first of all, many congratulations for Peshawar.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's there, and people can see it. It's there for everybody to go and watch. But first of all, I would want to ask, whenever, first of all, I think Rajeev, this is your digital debut, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you make it, I'll start with you in that case before I move on to Ashmit. That when you make a digital debut with a I would say spine-chilling project or show like this, what do you have to say? Because I saw the trailer, and when it actually happened, when you actually have it at the back of your mind that this is something that happened for real with those innocent kids, and you're actually playing that, you have that set over there, and you chose this kind of project. Do you think that because of the additional true sense to what is being there, I mean, the true story, does it add additional value to, somebody making his digital debut? Does it add more prowess to the whole thing?
Absolutely. For me, Peshawar is all, it's all about a good script, the right kind of foundation. Because, I never wanted to do something which is normal, like, doing a love movie or doing a very romantic, web series. This is an important thing for the audience to go and watch. That what really happened, and the world should never ever forget. So I was very fortunate that I got this opportunity to be a part of Peshawar, and on top of that, this is my debut, so I couldn't have asked for more.
And that too, the amazing, glorious role of an army officer couldn't get better.
So basically,
the other side.
Sorry.
Yeah, continue.
So the army officer is actually my backstory. I'm playing a raw agent.
Oh, now we get the twist in the tail.
Yeah. So just to clarify that.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll move on to you, Ashmit, and I saw the trailer. You are playing this menacing character of the mastermind, who is the main brain behind everything that's happening, all the carnage and everything that's going on. Personally, obviously, it must be very, spine-chilling for you as well when you play something like this, and that you got to get deep into the skin of the character, because these kind of characters are being portrayed earlier as well. We have seen, not in case of Peshawar probably, but in other projects where we have seen masterminds are being portrayed in a certain way. So when you knew that you are the mastermind over here, did you focus on, playing it differently, or did you personally wanted to ensure that it doesn't look caricaturish?
Oh, definitely. The challenge with characters like this is to not, like you correctly pointed out, not make it look caricaturish. Also, how do you, as an actor, identify with a character like this, who is, just out and out inhuman, completely misled, and someone who just deserves to be in hell. So I had to find that. Luckily, there is a scene that was added, or probably was there from the start, but was not there in the final draft when I read it. But then when I spoke with the director and the creatives, I actually wanted to not humanize, but actually find some sort of justification for what this guy does, and they did add it into the narrative. So Abu Shamil is on a vengeance. He's on a revenge spree. The Pakistani army, along with the US drones, had bombed certain villages, which took out his family and his young daughter. So his is a out and out revenge story. There is no bigger motive to it. There is nothing to do with Islam. There is nothing to do with any other, bigger picture that, say, Osama bin Laden had. That was his driving force. So I just had to keep that in mind, that this is revenge for his child and for his loss. That's the only way I could identify with a character like this. But other than that, I couldn't find any common ground. Obviously, I hope that no one does. That was the challenge. That was the basic challenge. Yeah.
Yes.
And another thing,
Rajeev, moving on to please.
Another important message this film sends out is that it's very positive. It's a very pro-humanity. It has nothing to do. It's not an Indo-Pak film. It's not in India versus Pakistan. It is about humanity taking precedence over everything else. So it's a very positive film, and something that that we haven't seen in a while.
Well, looking forward to that certainly.
Also, I'd like
And
to congratulate. I want to congratulate Rajeev. I haven't had the chance, bro. Big
Thank you so
congratulations on
much,
your debut,
Ashmit.
man.
Yeah, in fact, surprisingly, we guys
yeah.
are seeing each other for the first time.
Oh,
It was sad that we didn't
interesting.
have a scene together. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but
I
many,
was just
many
going to come to
congratulations to
that.
you. No,
Thank you,
but
brother.
I think,
Yeah,
Ashmit has done a great job. Superb, aura, great personality. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
you have, you went into the character very, very well. So,
thank you,
superb,
brother. Appreciate
superb,
I,
that.
I,
Thank
superb.
I
you.
agree.
Thank
I
you.
agree with whatever you say, Rajiv, over there, because I saw right from the first shot where he takes that walk. I think the
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
says it all. You remember the
yeah.
shot that I'm talking about? So that says it all. That like there's so much of vengeance, there's so much of anger and anguish inside the person. It's like blood boiling
You
inside
see,
the person.
what I
So
noticed is that Ashmit,
yeah,
more than the dialogues, it is his body
yeah,
language. When you're playing
exactly.
something so evil, it needs to be
Yeah,
on your walk. It needs to be the way you look, the way you
yeah,
talk, and the way you
yeah,
move your hands. For that.
yeah,
So it's just
exactly.
he was right there.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
exactly.
Appreciate
The
it.
body language is very important, and I must ask you, Rajiv, on this that since you said that this is a digital debut. Obviously, Ashmit spoke about the points that he probably had when it comes to getting into the skin of the character. But
Mm.
this is first of all your digital debut, and this is a real story. Obviously, you have heard about it when it happened as well. When actually the Peshawar attacks happened in 2014, and when you first heard about it, what was your initial reaction at that point of time, and did you take any inputs from that reaction or that time to get into the character?
Uh, yes, I did. But more importantly, it was very important for me to really understand my own character. Is
Yeah,
what I'm playing in Peshawar.
yeah,
But
yeah,
clearly, what happened that day was absolutely shocking and gruesome.
yeah, yeah,
Little children were killed.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, see, for me, Peshawar is a blessing for me because even though I don't have much of a role, but Peshawar will go down as something very, very special to me for the longest time because this is something which I can never ever forget. My first ever debut, and all thanks to
First one
Vibhuji
is
that he
always
gave
special.
me. Yeah, yeah, always, always, and someone like Vibhuji who believed in me that I could play the role of Devraj, and yes, and there we go.
I would like to return the
Then we go.
compliments over
Yeah,
here. So I don't know if you know, Rajiv is a strapping young lad. He is, 6'2", 6'3",
Six
and has
six.
a six. Oh
oh my
damn,
goodness,
6'6". Okay, on screen he
that's some
looks,
serious complex going in.
he has a very um, commanding presence. So it works for his
Yeah,
character as well, for the raw agent. And as you
yeah,
can see from his, and you can hear from his voice, he has a very nice voice.
yeah,
And he's done a
yeah,
very, very good job as a first timer. I haven't seen all his scenes. I just saw one or two during the dub because my scenes
yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
overlap with
yeah,
his. My portion is
yeah,
in Pakistan, whereas his is in India. So I didn't really get to see
yeah,
too much of it. I haven't seen the show as yet, but I'm
yeah,
going to catch it, and I'm sure Rajiv has done a tremendous job. So yeah,
yeah.
congratulations, bro.
Thank you,
It's a
Ashwin.
very, very
Thank you.
stellar debut, man.
Thank you. I think
Well,
in the end, I've been saying this that Peshawar is an entire team effort. Because in the end of the day, we could praise each other, but when we have a good unit, when we have a good team, and when we deliver, then you see it in the screen that yes, there is something which is amazing to see and watch.
exactly. As we all believe that filmmaking and any kind of creative work is a work of collaboration, and we all work together and then grow together. So that's exactly the format and mantra for Peshawar as well. Ashmit, you mentioned in a last comment that the movie, although it talks about there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of vengeance, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of inhumanity that's being shown, but then still there is a humane connect to the whole show. So, what would you like to stress more on that, and how does it actually show? Because somebody can counter argument, put forward a counter argument saying that oh my God, there's blood everywhere, there are innocents been killed. how is the human side coming out? So would you like to justify what you said the last time?
So for starters, the our raw agency had information about this attack. They had preempted it in a way, and that's why Rajiv's character and a few others were able to foil it in India. They shared that information with ISI, but unfortunately, either the information didn't reach in time, or they decided to, through the channels, it didn't reach in time, or they decided to ignore it. And that led to obviously a lot of carnage. It was important for us to depict this gruesomeness because that was the core of what actually happened. But in the end, as everyone knows, it's not a big secret, so I can let it out. Abu Shamil, my character, does die very gruesomely as well. And as well as all his comrades who he had brainwashed into becoming a part of this, to become a part of his team. So there is, there's a message that evil and wrongdoing and revenge and these kind of negative emotions don't pay in the end. And also it shows the friendship that can be developed between India and Pakistan if we decide to work together, as we had shared the information. Our raw agency had shared the information with them, because humanity and human lives of innocent people tops everything else. Politics aside, that we can leave that to the politicians. So the India-Pak problem too is pretty much just political. So that's a positive message in my mind that is going out to the world, and hopefully a film like this can help breach that divide that is getting worse day by day, and the divide that is happening not just with India and Pakistan but all over the world. Humanity must stop everything else.
Absolutely.
But एक चीज मुझे बताइए आप लोग कि you both are obviously the driving forces of Peshawar. I would like to point it out that way. But you both haven't had a scene together, and you just told me right now that this is the first time that you are meeting. All thanks to me. Thank you so much. But ये जो था मतलब, how did you actually have that thing going? Because obviously right now when I see and talk to you both, we three are having a conversation. I see there's a stupendous bond that's there already. Now, how did you actually get that kind of camaraderie without even having a scene together? ये राज मुझे बता दो please.
Well, I think that is the magic. That is the magic of Peshawar, I guess, because Jahangir sir, who is our director, he is such a good human being, and I got along so well with him. Like I said, I would have loved to work with Ashmit. It was unfortunate that the script didn't demand that, but definitely in the future, Ashmit,
100%,
I'm ready,
brother.
Bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so am I. Something good and
आप बोलिए सर को कुछ part 2 या कुछ नया बनाए जिस टाइम पे either दोनों negative characters या फिर दोनों ही army में, but at least we see that bro code going in when we are watching you both.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. But like Rajeev correctly said, I think the director is the captain of the ship, and even the producer Vibhuji, they both are such amazing human beings that kind of energy filtered through the entire set. And even with the guys who were with me, Rushad Rana, Amitriyan Patel, and Adarsh Balakrishna, who's actually my nemesis, who actually in the end is the guy who kills me. We have such a great bond. In fact, I'm here in Hyderabad, and Adarsh is from Hyderabad. So we met up a couple of days ago. I had a day off from shoot. So we went out, we hung out, and we have this amazing bond. We are literally like brothers for life. I mean, we're so close, all of us. We got really tight during the shoot. And I think that translates, like Rajeev correctly said, that translates in what you see. Like you're feeling the energy right now between Rajeev and me. You will see that in the film. You will see that energy. And I think that's what the magic of cinema, that's the magic of, the entertainment world, the world that we come from.
Well, you pointed out correctly as far as the magic is concerned. Ya to aaj, ya to kal, I'm definitely going to be binging on this. And even though we met today, both of you, Ashmit and Rajeev, we met today for the first time, even if it be virtually. But I feel the energy, I feel the connection. Thank you so much for joining me over here. Ashmit, once again, congratulations to you. You're back with a bang. It's a very serious role, and I hope it does wonders for you in the future as well, mere bhai. And Rajeev ji, my fellow bomb, thank you so much. It's your debut, and it cannot get better than this. So I hope everything gets better, and it's like the ladder keeps on, getting higher and higher and higher. Thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah.
much.
Best-
I'm going to be sharing
Fingers
my
crossed.
reviews and feedback with both of you.
Best debut for Rajeev with this film.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Ashmit.
Fingers
Thank
crossed.
you.
Let's hope for the best. Thank you
We
so
all
much.
rocked. We all rocked. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
Lovely. Looking